The new year is here, and 2025 is full of exciting possibilities. Every new year gives us a chance to start fresh. It's like a blank page where we can write new goals, new dreams, and new plans. But how can we make sure that this year will be our best year yet? The answer is simple: we need to plan. Jake, Emma, and Sarah are three friends who are ready to make 2025 amazing. They have big dreams, and they know that the key to success is having a good plan. Jake wants to speak English fluently. Emma wants to learn more, but she often finds it hard to stay motivated. Sarah has many ideas, but sometimes she feels overwhelmed by everything she wants to do. These three friends are just like many of us, and their story can help us see how to make a plan that works. Planning is important because it helps you decide what you want to do and how to do it. When you plan, you don't feel lost. You know exactly what steps to take to reach your goals. Imagine you want to go to a park tomorrow. You can't just show up and hope things work out. You need to check the weather, decide when to go, and bring the things you need. It's the same with learning English or achieving any other goal. If you want to improve, you need a clear plan. Jake, Emma, and Sarah understand this. They know that without a plan, their goals will stay just dreams. A plan doesn't need to be big or complicated. It just needs to be clear and easy to follow. For example, Jake wants to learn 100 new English words this year. He knows that if he doesn't plan, he might forget or get too busy. So, he decides to study 10 new words each month. This goal is simple, clear, and manageable. When you make a plan, it's important to think about what you really want to achieve. Jake, Emma, and Sarah are not just setting goals because it's the thing to do. They are setting goals that matter to them. They want to improve their lives, and they know that with the right plan, they can make it happen. Jake's goal is to speak English more confidently. Emma wants to read more in English and understand the stories better. Sarah, on the other hand, wants to be able to write and speak English well enough to travel and talk to people from all over the world. These are their dreams, and the first step to making them real is to break them down into smaller, easier tasks. Planning also helps you avoid stress. If you don't have a plan, it's easy to forget things or feel like you're too busy to do anything. But when you make a plan, you can see what you need to do every day. You can plan small tasks and feel good about checking them off your list. This gives you a sense of accomplishment and keeps you motivated. Jake, Emma, and Sarah are not waiting for the perfect moment to start. They know that waiting for the perfect time can make you waste a lot of time. Instead, they are taking small steps every day. Maybe Jake can't study English for an hour every day, but he can study for 15 minutes. Emma might not be able to read a whole book in one day, but she can read a page each day. Sarah might not be able to speak perfectly in English right now, but she can practice with a friend for 10 minutes. The important thing is not to wait. Don't wait for the perfect day or the perfect situation. Start now, even if it's just a small step. It's better than doing nothing. Every step you take gets you closer to your goal. In addition to setting clear goals, it's important to stay positive. There will be days when you feel tired or frustrated. You might not see progress as quickly as you want, but that's okay. Learning something new, like English, takes time. It's important to be patient with yourself and celebrate the small wins. Maybe you learn one new word today. Maybe you understand a little more of the story you're reading. These small moments are important. One of the reasons people give up on their plans is because they expect things to happen too quickly. If you don't see results right away, it's easy to feel discouraged. But Jake, Emma, and Sarah know that small steps lead to big results. They know that if they keep going, they will get better. And they remind themselves that progress is a journey, not a race. So, how can you make sure that 2025 is your best year yet? Start by making a plan. Think about what you want to achieve this year. It could be learning English, reading more books, getting better at a sport, or something else. Write down your goals and break them down into smaller steps. Make sure your goals are clear, realistic, and something you truly want to achieve. When you plan, you take control of your future. You don't have to wait for things to happen. You can make them happen. Jake, Emma, and Sarah are just like you. They have dreams, and they are ready to make them real. and so can you. Start today. Write down one goal you want to achieve in 2025 and break it down into simple steps. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it does need to be real. Make 2025 your year. As the new year begins, Jake, Emma, and Sarah are full of excitement. They have their plans, and they are ready to take action. But soon, they realize that achieving their goals isn't always easy. They face many challenges along the way. This is the part of their journey where they need to be strong, keep going, and not give up. Jake, for example, starts to feel tired. He works a full-time job, and sometimes he is so busy that he doesn't have much time to study. At first, he tried to study for an hour every day, but soon he realized that wasn't possible. Some days, he could only study for 10 or 15 minutes. Jake felt disappointed because he wasn't able to stick to his original plan. But instead of giving up, he thought about his goal. He reminded himself that learning English doesn't need to happen all at once. It's okay to study for just a few minutes each day. Even small steps are progress, so Jake adjusted his plan. He made sure to study for a short time every day, even when he was busy. Slowly but surely, he started to feel more confident. Emma, on the other hand, loves to learn new things, but she struggles to stay motivated. At first, she was excited about her goal to read 5 books in English. She picked out her first book and started reading. But after a few days, she felt bored. Reading in English was harder than she expected. Sometimes she didn't understand some words, and it made her frustrated. Emma thought about giving up. But then she remembered something important. Learning can be fun. So she decided to make her study time more enjoyable. She started watching English movies with subtitles, listening to English songs, and reading books that were interesting to her. Emma found new ways to keep herself engaged. She realized that learning English doesn't have to be boring. It can be fun, especially if you find activities that you enjoy. Sarah faced different challenges. Sarah is a perfectionist. She wanted to speak and write perfect English, and when she made mistakes, she would feel frustrated. If she couldn't speak perfectly in English, she felt like she wasn't making progress. Sarah would sometimes feel down and wonder if she was good enough to achieve her goals. But she learned an important lesson. Making mistakes is part of the learning process. No one learns perfectly, and mistakes are just steps toward improvement. Instead of being upset, Sarah decided to celebrate her small wins. When she learned 5 new words, she was happy. When she could understand a sentence in English, she felt proud. Sarah realized that it's okay to make mistakes. What matters is that you keep trying, keep learning, and keep moving forward. These challenges are not just problems for Jake, Emma, and Sarah, they are part of everyone's journey. Everyone faces difficulties, whether it's in learning a new language, trying something new, or working towards a goal. The important thing is how you handle these challenges. It's easy to feel discouraged when things don't go as planned. But Jake, Emma, and Sarah all learn that the key to success is not giving up. When you face obstacles, it's important to stay positive and keep pushing forward, even if things are difficult. For Jake, it was about adjusting his plan and making it more realistic. He learned that small steps every day are better than trying to do everything at once. For Emma, it was about finding new ways to make learning fun. She discovered that studying doesn't have to be hard or boring. For Sarah, it was about accepting that mistakes are okay. She realized that no one is perfect, and it's important to enjoy the learning process, even when it's not always easy. These lessons are important for everyone who is trying to achieve something, whether it's learning English or any other goal. It's easy to get frustrated when things don't go as planned, but that's when you need to remind yourself that challenges are just a part of the journey. They don't mean you're failing, they just mean that you're learning. Everyone faces obstacles, but what matters is how you respond to them. When things get tough, remember that it's okay to adjust your goals. If something is too hard, break it down into smaller steps. If you feel stuck, try a new approach. Keep looking for ways to stay motivated and have fun while learning. Most importantly, don't give up. Every step you take, even if it's a small one, brings you closer to your goal. Jake, Emma, and Sarah are learning and growing every day. They know that success isn't about being perfect. It's about staying consistent and never giving up. They will continue to face challenges, but they are ready to overcome them, and so can you. When things get tough, remember that you can adjust, you can find new ways to stay motivated, and most importantly, you can keep going. Achieving your goals takes time, but with patience and perseverance, you will get there. So, if you're facing challenges right now, don't worry, it's part of the process. Keep going, and don't be afraid to make changes to your plan if you need to. You're not alone in this journey. Keep learning, keep trying, and remember that every small step you take brings you closer to your goal. Stay positive, stay motivated, and most importantly, don't give up. Your dreams are within reach. As the months pass, Jake, Emma, and Sarah begin to see the results of their hard work. They have all been following their plans, and little by little, they are reaching their goals. This is the part of their journey where they realize that the power of small steps can lead to big success. Jake is starting to feel more confident in his English skills. At the beginning of the year, he set a goal to learn 100 new English words. He didn't think he could do it at first, but now, after taking small steps each day, he has learned over 200 words. It didn't happen overnight, and it wasn't always easy, but Jake's dedication has paid off. He now knows that even small amounts of study each day can make a huge difference over time. Jake also realizes that learning English isn't just about memorizing words. It's about using those words in conversations. He feels proud when he can speak with his friends in English, even if it's just for a few minutes. Emma has also made great progress. She wanted to read 5 books in English this year, but in the beginning, she struggled to finish even one. She would get tired or distracted and felt like giving up. However, Emma didn't let that stop her. She started reading a little bit every day, just a few pages. She made sure to read for at least 10 minutes each night, even when she was busy. Slowly, she finished her first book. After that, it became easier. Emma started reading more, and by the middle of the year, she had already read 3 books. She is now more confident in her ability to read in English, and she feels proud of how far she has come. Emma understands that reading doesn't have to be rushed. By taking small steps, she has learned to enjoy reading in English. Sarah's journey has been a little different. At the start of the year, Sarah felt unsure of her speaking skills. She wanted to speak perfect English, but when she made mistakes, she felt embarrassed. However, she learned something important. Making mistakes is part of learning. Over time, Sarah became more comfortable with her mistakes. She stopped trying to speak perfectly and started focusing on just speaking. She practiced speaking with her friends, even if it was just a short conversation. She also started writing short sentences and paragraphs in English every day. Sarah didn't worry about making her writing perfect. Instead, she focused on expressing her thoughts. As a result, she has become a better speaker and writer. Sarah now realizes that perfection isn't necessary. The most important thing is to keep practicing and learning every day. These 3 friends have learned that the road to success doesn't require big, fast changes. It's the small, consistent actions that lead to progress. By breaking their big goals into smaller, manageable steps, Jake, Emma, and Sarah have been able to make steady progress. They didn't try to do everything at once. They didn't expect to become experts overnight. Instead, they focused on taking small steps every day. And by doing this, they are making their goals a reality. Now, it's your turn. If you want to achieve something, whether it's learning English, improving a skill, or reaching any other goal, start with small steps. Don't try to do everything at once. Take it one day at a time. If your goal is to learn 100 new English words, don't worry about learning them all in 1 week. Focus on learning 10 words each month, or even just 5 words each week. If your goal is to read more books, start with reading just 1 page a day. If you want to exercise more, begin with just 10 minutes a day. Small steps, done every day, will add up over time. The key is consistency. Even if you only have a few minutes each day, use that time wisely. Don't wait for the perfect moment to start. Start now, even if it's just a small action. Every time you take a step toward your goal, you are getting closer to success. Remember that progress doesn't happen all at once. It happens slowly, over time, with each small effort you make. As Jake, Emma, and Sarah continue their journey, they know that their progress will not always be smooth. There will be days when they feel tired or discouraged. But they have learned that these small steps matter. They have learned that success isn't about doing everything perfectly or quickly. It's about doing something every day, no matter how small it seems. And by doing that, they will eventually reach their goals. So, if you are working towards a goal, don't be afraid to take small steps. Don't worry about making mistakes. Keep going, even if things don't happen as quickly as you want. Each small step is important, and over time, you will see how far you've come. Just like Jake, Emma, and Sarah, you can achieve your goals. It won't be easy every day, but it will be worth it in the end. Remember, success is not about big leaps. It's about small steps that you take consistently. Keep going, stay positive, and trust the process. Your goals are closer than you think, and every step you take brings you one step closer to making them real. As we reach the end of the story, let's take a moment to reflect on the journey of Jake, Emma, and Sarah. These three friends started the year with dreams and goals, eager to improve their English and make 2025 their best year yet. At the beginning, they faced challenges. Jake struggled with finding time to study. Emma had trouble staying motivated, and Sarah felt discouraged by her mistakes. But each of them learned an important lesson: progress doesn't happen overnight, and success comes from consistent, small steps. Jake learned that even on his busiest days, studying for just a few minutes can lead to big progress over time. Emma discovered that learning can be fun, and that it's okay to find new ways to stay engaged, like watching movies or listening to music. Sarah realized that making mistakes is part of the learning process, and instead of being hard on herself, she embraced her mistakes as opportunities to grow. Together, they showed us that achieving our goals is not about doing everything perfectly or quickly, but about staying consistent and taking small steps every day. The most important lesson from their journey is that success doesn't require big changes or fast results. It's the small, everyday actions that lead to progress. By breaking down big goals into smaller, manageable tasks, Jake, Emma, and Sarah made steady progress. They didn't give up when things got tough. Instead, they adjusted their plans, stayed positive, and kept moving forward. And in the end, their hard work paid off. So, what can we learn from this story? We can apply the same lessons to our own lives. If you have a goal, whether it's learning English, improving a skill, or achieving something else, remember that it's okay to take small steps. Don't rush or try to do everything at once. Start with a small, simple goal and take one step at a time. Even if you face challenges along the way, keep going. Stay consistent, stay positive, and most importantly, never give up. Congratulations to you for listening to the entire story and improving your English listening and comprehension skills. You have taken an important step towards your own goals. Remember, every small effort counts, and you are on your way to success. Now, I have a quick question for you to test your understanding of the story. Please comment your answer in the comment section below. Which of these is the main lesson from the story? Achieving goals requires big changes. Big success comes from taking small steps consistently. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to support us in creating more helpful content for you. Your support means a lot to us and keeps us motivated to make even more valuable lessons. If you enjoy the content, consider donating to help us cover the cost of creating high-quality materials for you. We work hard to provide this learning experience for free, but any donation would be greatly appreciated. Thank you for being part of our journey.